Hey, what up? I'm just vlogging every minute because I like my thoughts. And one of them is this. This is the word of the day, the word of the video. Disciplinfinitize. That's what I want to do to you. I want to disciplinfinitize your regimen so that you are disciplined to the infinity most extent. Disciplined in everything, ideally. Disciplinfinitizing somebody is making them take life really seriously. And what does that look like? Well, human beings can do one thing at a time. Now, human beings are good at switching, doing one thing, doing a second, doing a third, doing a one, switching back and forth. But everything you do is just that one thing while you're doing it. So it is part of our discipline and our regimen to get you doing one thing effectively for everybody, and because what you are working on is important. And instantly, when you're done with one thing, think about not just the next thing, but your path to the next thing and how you can arrive there as fast as possible. And obviously, think as much as you want. It's wonderful to think, and it's good to plan ahead because that means you're going to be prepared. And a human being is best when they are calm and prepared. But that brings me to people that just aren't. There are violent people in the world, always have been. As long as humanity has existed, we've used this set of teeth to rip through flesh. I'm not saying cannibalism is always a part of human society, but I bet a couple of people tried out the Neanderthals and ate just a little bit, just a sneak bite, just a tasty Neanderthal. And so, what does it mean that we are violent? Well, first off, just to be honest, for people that aren't feminists, feminism is advocacy for women. That's all it is. You might as well be a feminist. I'm a masculist and a feminist. And one part of being a feminist is recognizing that statistically, there is a patriarchy. Most of the rulers of most of the societies, which it's just amazing that we still have kings in the world, and our societies still have heads of state that are heads of the church or that are heads of the monarchy. I don't know how we fucked up to let that happen, but we did. And so most of those positions are held by men. It's just a reality. But another reality, not to go too deeply into stereotypes, but the other reality is that men are more violent and more violently sexual. So that's just part of the patriarchal reality, like it or not. And some people hate it. And I think that's because we want men to be as caring and empathetic and mothering and loving as women. We want to be able to compete with women on every level. We want to show that men can be just as sweet and love-filled as women can be, and we are offended when it is shown that we simply aren't, that women are simply better than us at some things. And I think nurturing and caring is one of those things. Look, it's a stereotype. I don't know, call me bigot. It just seems true. I don't want to be a bigot. I think these things, but I'm open to being wrong. So if you have an argument to the contrary, hey, it's a marketplace of ideas, and I've got some brain money to spend. But that's what liberals find offensive about colonialism and the white man's burden. So, this is a topic I don't discuss often because colonialism is, I mean, English, England and its colonialism is kind of a thing of the past. India, America, we kind of overthrew them. Canada is an exception to that, which is just weird. Like the Queen is, I don't know. Anyway, they have like pictures. Why do we have pictures of our rulers? As if we care about these shitty people that are just in charge of all our money and all of our power. But that's what we do, and we always have. So, what is the point of white man's burden? It was colonial because it was paternalistic. Because you would come with guns and you'd find people fighting with clubs. And if you read the poem, all it says is these people are childish and they can be caught in playful and infantile behaviors because a lot of societies have not advanced to the English society at the time as they explored the world. And when they found local populations, well, those local populations were more violent than England and Europeans were used to because that place had been settled and civilized, and in my terminology, faggoted, early than the rest of the world. And so paternalistic is a problem when you're not right, when you are condescending and you've missed the point because you're holier than thou and your ego's getting in the way. And disciplinfinitizing creates an ego vacuum where you know that you don't matter one iota to anyone, anywhere, ever. That you are trash. And if you are worried about what people say about you, don't worry. Most of the time we don't care and aren't paying attention and will not say a thing. So discipline is all about, and being a disciplinfinite, it's all about getting to the point where you're over yourself and you're ready to really invest in mankind, which means humankind. But I've been being sexist already, so I don't know. I might have lost some listeners. I probably don't have any listeners anyway. But what's my point? My point is there's truth to white men having a burden. That colonialism and that form of paternalism is a statement about responsibility and not condescension. There are some ways in which you have a requirement placed upon you. You have a duty to civilize and faggot populations that aren't. And it's a shame that it's so hard to do because we have societies that have jumped off the deep end. We have North Korea has concentration camps. Why is that still a real thing? I'll never understand how we could have gone so many years without reforming that hell pit. What is my point? Oh, yeah, we have a responsibility to these people because they can be better. And by educating and reaching out to them and giving them the tools of modernity, we can make them better. And so instead of worrying about North Korea's missiles and nukes and all that bullshit, worry about the people there that don't even have electricity. That should be our focus. Who cares? Even if they nuke a city, it sucks. It would be bad. It would be very bad. You still need to get them electricity. You still need to welcome them to civilization. Like, it's pure bigotry to think that North Korea is run by a madman and is dangerous. It shouldn't be, and we should change that. Have a good one. That's my 10-minute limit on videos. I hope you're having a good day. I'll talk to you later.